What's up, my dudes? We got a little ATV Unleashed. What the hell you doing, Spency boy? We're on four wheels. Trust me, it's not a permanent thing. Trust me, it's not a permanent thing, bro. It don't quite move my soul, bro. You know what I mean? But I thought it'd be fun to come back in here on some old school, these old school MX versus ATV games are timeless, bro. Thought it'd be fun to go in here and mess around on something a little bit different. I got the actual two-stroke ATV. There you go, Spency boy. There's a good pop-off for you, buddy boy. We're on is it the THQ one? Yeah. The THQ one's the only one you can make a two-stroke. So, yeah, we're just messing around here on a little Goblin Gulch free ride map. Just, doing something a little different. So back in the day, I actually played, the pop-off system on some of these games were intense. They have certainly, I've noticed that with a lot of these newer dirt bike games, they have cut back so much on just that standard, how big you can jump without popping off, That has been changed dramatically. Spency boy with the Superfly motion. Spency boy way up in the clouds. Damn, there we go. All right, let's try to actually get on the MX track here. Let me figure out if I can accomplish that here. Trees. Spency boy doing enduro, but the rocks got me, dude. So yeah, I played the old school, damn, dude, I can't even move, bro. The old school ATV Offroad Fury games, right? There's ATV Offroad Fury 1 and 2, right? My cousin actually had one of those way back in the day. And there was also, I feel like there was one after that too that was just strictly an ATV game. I don't know. There was so many different dirt bike ATV off-road style games from the 2000 to 2005 era. Just seemed like there was so many of them, back in the days of where you could go rent a game, right? Seemed like I played so many of them back then, I can't even remember exactly which ones are which. I apparently cannot ride an ATV, you can see clearly. But bro, the pop-off system though, you just simply would not pop off like that. Even on Reflex, I don't think you would pop off this much. You got to be so careful with how you're landing, especially on these free ride tracks back in Unleashed. You got to be so careful. And I feel like Untamed was like that a little bit too. I certainly think Untamed was. This is not the one you had to hold the button down to throw the whips. I think that was just MX Unleashed that you had to do that on. Let me see though. Is it? I don't know. There's the trick button. Okay, Spency boy doing a little knack-knack. Spency boy doing a little knack-knack out here, bro. So this is the little motocross track here on the Goblin Gulch. Okay. Ooh. Bro, that is so annoying that they made it where the left, if you hit the left trigger when you're on the gas at the same time, it respawns you. Who the fuck ever designed that like that? What the dog shit, bro? That is just so dumb, right? So, back in these days, I know for sure MX Unleashed, you had to hold the A button down to actually get on the gas. And I even believe MX vs. ATV Unleashed, this game right here, I think you could make it to where it was either one. You could make to where it was either the trigger or the A button, right? So I'm sure back in these days, everybody was still super used to just being on the A button with the gas. So it's a lot easier to accidentally be on the gas and the brake when it's on both your triggers. So it's a lot easier to accidentally do that in the air and then it resets you, right? I don't think there's any way to change that where it's hit both triggers at the same time to reset you, right? But that was terrible button placement, though. The reset button definitely should have been on, the B button or the X button on an Xbox, something like that. So either way, these ATVs, they have a similar control feeling to the bikes in this game, but they're obviously not exactly the same. Similar pop-off system for sure. This game does have that feeling whether or not you're on an ATV or a dirt bike, like leaning back right before you jump definitely seems to alleviate a little bit of that popping off. Bro, Smitzy Boy going enduro definitely seems to eliminate a little bit of that popping off, right? Oh, hell yeah, dog. No-hander all the way down. That's all we got to do, dude. Can you even land with no hands? I don't think you can do that. So it wasn't until Untamed... Bro, it's just like taking me back seeing all this shit. So it wasn't until Untamed when they had where you could like do the no-hander while you were still on the ground. I think that was the first one that actually introduced that. And then, but back in the Unleashed days, you could only do it in the air, right? There's a lazy boy for your ass, bro. Dude, it's just so much fun going back and messing around on these games. Like, endless amounts of fun still to this day. And there's actually a track editor for MX vs. ATV Unleashed on the PC version. I'm wanting to look a lot deeper into that, try to really get into that and make some cool shit. That'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, boys, just trying to change up the content a little bit here. We're going to be doing some more, obviously, Legends comes out at the end of the month, so that'll be fun. End of June right now. And then, yeah, we'll be doing some more MX Sim stuff when that motocross series gets to going on that. MX Bikes obviously still popping off there. Trying to think of some different shit. I do want to go back and buy a lot more old school dirt bike games for the Xbox 360 that I haven't ever made any content on, or just different old school racing games in general from the 2000 to like 2007 era. I think that would be a lot of fun going back through there and checking out some of those. But yeah, you know, even though I say there's a crazy pop-off system on Unleashed, it's not that I am hating on it. You know, I almost like it in a sense because it makes it where you got to think a lot more before you just jump a massive-ass jump, because you know that there's a pretty good possibility you might pop off the ATV or the bike, right? Whereas, like, when you get on a lot of those official Monster Indy Supercross games and stuff like that, it's like you could jump any jump on a free ride map. It don't matter if it's 300 foot jump into the absolute moon and back, and you know that you're never going to pop off of the bike, right? I liked how it was back in these days where there was at least a chance of you popping off. This has got, I would say Reflex is kind of in between like this kind of popping off and like one of those official Monster Indy Supercross games, because obviously Reflex has a little quick time event where you can kind of save yourself every once in a while if you can perfectly time it. But this game is that MX vs. ATV Unleashed is basically like Reflex, but just without the ability to have the quick time event to save yourself ever, right? So you're just gonna pop off more times on Unleashed and Untamed than you would on Reflex, right? I feel like you just got to be a little more precise with leaning back a little bit, but not too much right before that landing, right? A lot of you boys probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, obviously there's not a whole lot you can do whipping-wise on the ATVs back in these days. See, that right there is almost getting into some MXGP Pro type popping off. Sometimes you can pop off when it's not even that big of a jump in this game, you know? That's where it gets almost like a janky feeling, but I still think it was okay, especially back for these days. You know, that's the thing you always got to remember about any of these games. Like, they definitely should have learned a lot of their lessons with a lot of the things that they do wrong with the development with an MX vs. ATV game. They should have learned, you know, by now, all these different dirt bike games, even the milestone games, should have learned from all the lessons of being able to go back and play Unleashed, Untamed, Reflex. You know, they should have learned all of that. Whereas back in these days, there just wasn't quite as much out there at that point for them to have even learned. You know what I mean? Bro, this shit's like take a drink every time Svency Boy pops off the fucking ATV, dude. I could already see top comment, bro. Top comment, bro. But anyways, I just want to get here and mess around a little bit. We may do some more of these videos. I don't know. They're just fun to make, man. They're just fun to make, bro. So either way, dude. Also want to do a reading comments video here really soon. So be sure and leave some comments on some of my videos. I'll be doing those randomly. So yeah, either way, appreciate all the support. Want to start trying to cutting these videos down to like that 10-minute mark. And yeah, I know it may not seem like it, but I try to improve on my content every time I go in here and make a video. So we're trying to get the audio better, trying to get the length of the videos more realistic, trying to get everything better. So we'll keep on doing it, bro. Let's see if the Svency Boy can do a stoppie on this thing, dude. Oh, not when you do your brake and your gas at the same time. Like, what the fuck? That is so annoying that it was like that. Bro, check it out, dude. Check it out, dude. Svency Boy, a legend, dude. How hard is it, though? Ride a wheelie on this sumbitch. I can't even get this thing to lift up. Bro, is it really that hard to pop a wheelie on an ATV? Can you even ride a wheelie on an ATV in this game? I can't get the shit to do it no matter how I lean, but I can stoppie like a big dog. Bro, we're stoppieing like a hoss out here, but I can't get the thing to wheelie. Bro, can you do... You probably do like a pretty insane stoppie. Get this thing top speed. Oh, dude, there it goes again. Do you not... Like, it's so stupid to put where if you hit the gas and the brake at the same time, it respawns you, because there's so many times where you're trying to get on the brake while you're on the gas at the same time. Especially some of you boys that's played like MX Sim and a lot of those other games, that is so easy to do when they're both on your triggers. You know, there's a lot of times on MX Sim where I'm like barely on the brake when I'm still on the gas, right? But you literally cannot do that in this game, or it will respawn you. You know, you got to be totally off of the gas before you get on the brake at all, which is just crazy. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, you can still flip over the front. Interesting to go back and look at all these little like physics things to these old MX vs. ATV games. But either way, big dogs, I'll see you boys on that next one later, dude.